Welcome back, boys and girls, and we are about to dive into the mysterious edges of the transfer window and the loan deals for two Manchester United players. Marcus Rashford, not in Ruben Amorim's plans, and so is Antony, given a few chances playing in that Manchester United lineup, but not performing at all. But all of a sudden, at Real Betis, 4 matches, 3 man of the match performances. And for Marcus Rashford, what he has shown at Aston Villa, the potential of him coming back to form is massive. And this maybe is because of 2 great coaches, managers, in the mold of Pellegrini at Betis and also for Unai Emery at Aston Villa. But maybe we can provide into this conversation about the levels of Real Betis, maybe making it comfortable for Antony. What is going on with 2 players on loan and potentially for one of them to return because of the injury of Amad Diallo?
Can they
I think they can recall. Yeah? I think they can recall Antony.
Maybe not Rashford because it's in the same league.
But Antony is I think he's been linked with a straight move back to Manchester United with the problem in that lineup because of the injury to Amad Diallo, who's out for the season.
I think I made this one article about the Diario de Sevilla, the local papers there. They're comparing him to Arjen Robben now because the way he scores his goals, it's always cutting inside and scoring a corner.
Comparing him with the great Brazilian Danielson.
Danielson
as the most expensive player for Betis.
Is this Antony or
Antony?
Okay.
This
is Antony. I thought it was Amad Diallo. Okay.
Amad Diallo, not Amad Diallo, obviously. But yeah, the way he's finishing, I think even though Betis failed to win, I think that last game.
Look at that.
Yeah, I think he's.
Just look, but then he scored like 3 goals in his first 3 matches for Manchester United as well, right?
Yeah. His first 3 games, one against Arsenal also, right? Yeah, he can do this type of start, but I think three La Liga MVPs. I mean, come on, where is this player been all this long? Yeah, 9.3. But I think that's the game that they lost.
The same Antony that we saw in Man United.
They were leading 2-0 and then they lost 3-2. I think. Yeah, but every Man United fan seeing this, it's borderline. I don't know what's the right expression to use. It's borderline
strange. How this is Twilight Zone. This another dimension, maybe.
The great Antony, who's the laughing stock of the Premier League, whose face is on every meme of Man United, scoring goals for fun, and not just scoring goals, but his overall play in linking the Betis in the system is doing it really, really great. And so happy also for him to finally found his feet again, to finally found the form that made him one of the great wingers in Ajax, and one making the form that made him an 80 million, 100 million euro player. Yeah, so how can you explain it? You cannot explain it.
How can you explain
this is football heritage?
This is football heritage. No, we're talking about football heritage when we talk about David Moyes, untouchable for the Barclays. And if you talk about Antony and what he is doing now with Real Betis, and then you talk about Rashford starting to play, perform better. He's having his confidence back again, smiling on the pitch. But for these two, and to consider that Rashford was, I think for Amorim, is the poster of what's been going on in Manchester United, the malaise, and then not up to par, not up to standards of what Premier League players are supposed to do week in, week out, and in training as well. But now when they move to a fresh new beginning, in a fresh situation, playing for Aston Villa, playing for Real Betis, and under a new coach, is that the refreshing thing that they need? A new picture and a new I think a new teammates as well, and a new voice in trying to get the best out of the likes of Rashford and Antony.
Well, I think look at Rashford. He's been with Man United his whole life. Maybe it's a comfort zone. He's getting paid a lot of money with Man United. Maybe going on loan is a good refreshment for him. He did play well as well, but we have to look at consistency and how long can he play with that certain level, because Aston Villa this season has been good. we'll see a glimpse of, hopefully we see a glimpse of what Marcus Rashford is capable of. We're seeing what Antony is capable of in a different league. Can we see that with Marcus Rashford in the Premier League though? So with a different team and definitely different tactics and strategy as well. I don't know, there's maybe there's just too much internal drama, whatever is going on with Man United. You know, it's a big club, won the most Premier Leagues. They live up to that. They used to live up to that, and it's just going downhill since Sir Alex Ferguson left. So I don't know. It's a mix of a lot of different things that you guys couldn't explain. It was just borderline strange of what's going on. So. But yeah, I think going on loan for a couple of players, because Ruben Amorim didn't want Rashford to leave when he stated that, you know, he is ready for a new challenge. Now this is the challenge that he needed. Maybe if he comes back, then he'll be a different Marcus Rashford. But yeah, I don't think the blame is only on Ruben Amorim. It's just whatever is going on with the club internally. He's definitely not changing his tactics and his approach to the game. Bringing what he did with Sporting to Man United, with the players that he has with Man United now, is definitely difficult. It's definitely hard for some players to adapt. But then again, why would you bring him now and then sack him? What was the standard for bringing him? I think as long as Man United don't get relegated, then it's still safe.
Ineos,
I think.
Confusing Ineos.
Yeah.
And what do you think about
Rashford
and Antony?
Rashford and
about
Antony.
maybe the system
Yeah.
from Amorim that is not complementary to the games or the style of play that Rashford and Antony is comfortable with. But now, looking at Real Betis, they are a team that is very quick on the wings and very good on the counter. And now he's very comfortable playing in that system. And if you look at the early days of Ten Hag and Antony working together in Manchester United, that is how they perform on the counter.
Good
and
point.
using as the first outlet is Antony.
Yeah, first we talk about Rashford, and now I want to talk about from Rashford's side, from Rashford perspective. He worked with inconsistent manager. A lot of manager he worked under with. From after Sir Alex Ferguson left, a lot of manager with a lot of different
Styles.
tactical approach style. It's hard to young player to adapt with that. And number two, he's a force to play in some position that he's not comfortable with. Somehow, in one manager, he needs to, to
Play as a
drop.
number 9?
Yes, as number 9, as a
He
winger.
did start as a number 9 though, I think, at a younger age.
As a drop back. A lot of different, different perspective. He should play. That's an injury also. He's injured again and again and again. It's hard for Rashford. That's from Rashford's side. Now from my side, he's a toxic.
He is.
He's a toxic.
According to you.
According to me.
Yeah.
Because he's again and again and again indisciplinary. He do it again with different kind of manager. He do it again. Kiko said, Man United is his comfort zone. He think he can do anything. He's a top 4 or 3 players that big earners in Man United in Premier League now.
Yeah, 350,000, right?
350. I mean, it's a lunatic to have that kind of quality with that kind of money earned. So we talk about here. This is the kind of transfer he need. He need a new, fresh start with a new club. Luckily, he got to Aston Villa, who got a really good environment, a freedom. He can play anything that he want to play, and somehow he can takes on a defender again. Where have this kind of Rashford been? This quality that Rashford, after Euro 2020 that happened in 2021, is declining and declining again. So this kind of Rashford, I think Man United fans is missed. A lot of fans that wherever you been, we need that quality from Rashford. But now in Aston Villa with under Emery, it proves again he needs a new start, and just like I said before, if he failed in Aston Villa, no, he will rotten in United. He can do any transfer again. Nobody will want him, even Oxford United. Nobody.
But I think his end game is playing for Barcelona, right? Because he wants badly that Barcelona move. It was not the moment where Barcelona is going to sign him with the problems with the wages as well.
Yeah.
But for Aston Villa, they move quickly with Monchi, I think, and in the front of the business.
Yeah.
You're a fan of Monchi.
I am.
Yeah.
I am a massive fan of Monchi because he does magic in the window, for players coming on loan with quality. And Aston Villa now has a lot of option with Asensio, with Rashford.
New right defender.
Malen.
Yeah, the one defender that I don't even know where he came from, but played very well. And
number 19, right?
In his debut,
Who's he?
Yeah, we never know about this guy, but Monchi came up with the plan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who's
him?
And
Who is he?
straight away comes into the side, adds a lot of steel. So what do you think with the problem in Manchester United? Because I think we now know that it's not only just Rashford, or maybe the way that he reacted to what Amorim said to him after maybe the first game against Ipswich, and where he scored and played okay. But then starting to test Amorim's, I don't know, patience when talking to Henry Winter. Is that the problem? So there is no way back for Rashford.
Oh,
What do you think about
I read the article.
Antony now? Because in the situation right now with United needing players, they had like 8 under 21s on the bench,
only Lindelof,
but still with no confidence from the manager to play them.
Of course.
Although on the pitch it was so bad against Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah. And remember when I said that like everyone wins at Tottenham Hotspur? Apparently everyone accepts Manchester United. Yeah. So with Marcus Rashford's numbers against Ipswich Town is very, very striking. 62 touches of the ball in just 45 minutes. 62 touches of the ball, 8 touches in the opposition box, 4 chance creation. This is a high number, but not everything is Ipswich, and we saw what happened with Jadon Sancho. Sancho, when he one or two of his first games with Chelsea, he played great, but then after that his form declined also. It dips very much. I think it's just I think maybe what happened with Jadon is like the euphoria of getting out of Manchester United, but then he got back to that level again. I hope this will not happen with Rashford, but we never know. We never know what will happen if he stays as he is with his lifestyle and everything, because that's one of the problems that makes him in this situation in the first place. So I think the word of caution about how Rashford faced the next few months, because maybe he will go down that Jadon Sancho road, or maybe he can go down the who was it? Jesse Lingard at West Ham United. He led the Premier League in that half a season with West Ham. It can go to that route.
Yeah.
There's 2 routes that he can go.
100%.
Yeah, he can go there. It's his own choosing. He can go the Lingard road or the
Lingard road may lead you to Muangdong.
So the origin,
borderline strange.
The South Korean league.
But
the origin of hashtag Kabur Aja.
Hashtag Kabur Aja is Man United.
Man United.
Yeah, with Man United, I don't know. Will they take back Antony? Just a few. I think
less than a month.
No, I think Real Betis paid almost 80% of his wages. I think that also got into consideration with the way that Ineos started. They're going for another round of redundancies, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it gonna make sense of taking him back. I think all the players that are in Man United now are gonna just stick around with the situation. How bad the lucky thing for Man United fans is that Leicester, Southampton, and
Wolves?
Not Wolves, Ipswich.
3 worst
They
teams.
are like the worst 3 teams have ever seen in a quite few while. So I don't think there is a
if they're getting better
possibility that they can get above Man United in the league. But if one of them got above Man United, it will be really funny because one of them is coached
Funny.
by Ruud van Nistelrooy and the other is Kieran McKenna, which has
I
obvious
love it.
One has
love it.
actually leapfrogged them.
Oh.
Barclays Heritage, David
Which
Moyes.
one? Oh, David Moyes
Do
and
not
Everton.
forget.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
in the weekend, Manchester United will face Everton
Oh,
at
right.
Goodison.
At
So
Goodison.
that is
Wow.
gonna be one match
Wow.
I will be looking
David
forward
Moyes
to.
Everton.
Moyes magic.
Moyes, the
Football
David Moyes derby.
heritage, yeah.
But
The
now we're
savior.
looking at the big picture, as with Ruben Amorim, as he's now trying to change the mood, the tone of his pressers to
Oh,
the big
yeah.
picture. Before it
What?
was the here and the now, and the
My job
situation
is
with
difficult.
the roster, not very good players that he's having. He's struggling, but now he's wanting to get results because he knows the pressure is now on, and Manchester United cannot keep on losing, especially at home. So 14 matches, 14 points is not good enough, and
At all.
is it gonna be? I don't know. Is his job that safe and that comfortable so that he can get away with such bad streaks as the home streak and then the defeat against Tottenham and how they play and how all the players are not firing very well? Case in point, Garnacho missing two
Oh,
great
very well.
opportunities to
Yeah.
turn things around for Manchester United.
Yeah, if Man United players keep losing that chances, keep, doesn't bury it, it's going to be hard for Amorim to stay next season.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it going to be that
If
that
Man
fast
United
and that
players,
swift for Ineos?
because at the end of the day, it's the player that scored the goal that win the game. So, and is this the quality that Amorim needs at the bare minimum to play his football? Not at all. Not at all. It's hard for Amorim to interpret what he wants with this kind of quality. Not very bad players, but like I said before, United have some of Man United players are very good. It's proven. When Rashford left, he's very good players. When Antony left, he's a very good players. Or maybe when Garnacho left, he plays for other club, he very good player. So as an individual, they are good. But somehow as a unit, they cannot defend. The midfield is cracking, and they cannot score a goal. 14 points. What's that?
And no goals in 10 out of
Yeah.
20 something matches.
and with that split midfield. So it's a big problem.
Two
for-
new
for
strikers,
Manchester United.
Højlund and Zirkzee,
Yeah,
that
problems.
scoring for fun in their previous club.
But now not for Manchester United.
Not now for Manchester United. So
There's nothing
So-
fun about Manchester United.
Playing
nothing
for
fun
fun.
in United now.
no enjoyment in
No
watching
enjoyment.
as well.
So,
So for
yeah.
the Manchester United fans, what do
Oh,
you
it's going
think?
to be hard.
Is this your most difficult season in watching United perform, whether it's at home or away? And are you confident that Ruben Amorim is the right manager for you to go forward with? So this is
It's
interesting.
David Moyes.
You can go and get
Oh,
involved
jeez.
with the conversation
It's David
in the
Sam
comments
Allardyce
column.
is
So
great.
we want to know what your thoughts on Ruben Amorim and United struggles.